It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
All right. Good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast on this Friday, August the 30th. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Don't ask me why. I have no idea that I had no sound, and I had it earlier. But anyway, I was going to cover a couple of personal things here before we started. Primarily, I'm having a horrible day today. As you can see, I've got oxygen on. I'm back to, several days ago as far as recovery. Sore throat again, just like the first day that this thing came on. Cough, 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 cough. And still I'm so totally without any energy. So it's just having a bad day. On the personal note, I've had to cancel my cruises with Hot Air Tom. Kenneth from up in Pennsylvania, Kenneth is going in my place. So he's going to play Hot Air Tom's wife. That's what I was going to play while I was sailing with Hot Air Tom. So I'm just letting you know, Kenneth. I'm teasing, of course. But thank you. I'm glad you're able to do that. I felt really bad about, leaving Hot Air Tom hanging. I did texted and I've heard back from the other folks, the Suzanne Rager that was going to be on both of those cruises with me. She also has COPD and can't imagine having double pneumonia on top of that. So she understood. But anyway, so that's out of the way. We do have some stories, not a huge news day today. Today's show, by the way, is up for August the 30th. It's sponsored by MSC Cruises and Will US, owner of Scootaround. The headlines today, the lead story is Cozumel to charge a new tax. We got to have a weather update again. New Alaska cruises from Holland America. MSC extends Mediterranean season through the winter. Times adjusted for Carnival Paradise cruises. And Margaritaville at Sea adds Nassau, and lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning. Today, folks, is Toasted Marshmallow Day. Some of you might even take it a step further and do s'mores. If you don't know what s'mores is, then send me a smoke signal or a text and I'll tell you what a s'more is. But anyway, so go get some marshmallows and toast them. If you don't have an open fire, which I like to do them outside in the open fire, of course I can't do that anymore. You can actually do them on the hot eye of a stove, but you need to be careful that you don't burn the house down. If you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from. All right, a couple little things before we get to the news this morning. I heard from Gary, older than dirt. Gary was in Rodeo Beach, north of the Golden State Bridge, and found this lovely, accessible bridge to the beach, and thought of me, because my wheelchair would go right across it. So thank you, Gary. And then this, of course, is Elizabeth on location. She has, as a matter of fact, I believe it was yesterday, finished up her duties on Scarlet Lady. She went out yacht shopping while she was there. And then it was really hot, but a beautiful day. And so she was totally worried about keeping hydrated. So she had a delicious detox juice then some water, and then, maybe some adult beverages. All right, so she's done with her duties now on Scarlet Lady, and she moves to another ship for Virgin. I'm not sure when she has to be at the new ship, but I think it's probably a couple days. So anyway, she's moving to another ship now. So this will be her second step with Virgin Voyages. All right. I'll be back with a couple news stories here after a quick break from one of our network sponsors. In the lead story for today, Cozumel has added to a long list of places that are adding new taxes on cruisers. The governor of Quintana Roo, Maria Lezama, announced the signing of an agreement with the Florida Caribbean Cruise Association to establish a cruise tourism development fund. The new fund will be financed through a $5 fee charged to each cruise passenger visiting the ports of Cozumel and Mahahual. The revenue generated from this tax will be dedicated to improving tourism infrastructure, strengthening natural disaster prevention measures, and enhancing security at these popular destinations. Cozumel welcomed 4.089 million cruise passengers in 2023. This number is expected to rise to nearly 4.5 million visitors this year, further strengthening the status as one of the world's most popular cruise destinations. Taking a look at today's weather, in the central tropical Atlantic, a tropical wave over the area continues to produce disorganized showers and thunderstorms that are a little more concentrated over its axis. Environmental conditions appear conducive for gradual development of this system, and a depression could form by early next week while it moves westward at 10 to 15 miles an hour, approaching the Lesser Antilles. The system is then forecast to continue moving westward to west-northwestward across portions of the eastern and central Caribbean Sea by the middle part of next week. Formation for the next 48 hours is low at 10%, but it jumps up to 50% over the next 7 days, so that's well worth watching. To the east of that, in the East Tropical Atlantic, another tropical wave just west of the coast of Africa is currently associated with an area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Slow development of the system is possible through the middle portion of next week, but they're saying very little chance of formation, only 20% over the next 7 days. In the Pacific, things have settled down considerably as Gilma is now a remnant low and will dissipate today. Tropical depression now, Hone, continues moving west-northwestward. It's about 900 miles west of Lihue, Kauai. Hone will pass south of Midway, Cure, and Pearl and Hermes atolls this weekend. Does it sound good to trade in those cold winter winds for a warm Mediterranean sun? MSC Cruises is making that dream a reality by extending its 2024 Mediterranean sailing season well into the cooler months. From October through December, travelers can soak up sunshine and mild temperatures across a variety of Mediterranean hotspots, with cruise lines revealing weather data from some of the cruise lines' Mediterranean destinations from October through December shows that guests can expect to enjoy temperatures up to 82 degrees. One of the notable additions is MSC Sinfonia's new itinerary which features Greece for the first time. The 7-night cruise will take passengers to Bari, Piraeus, and Corfu in Greece, Izmir, and Istanbul in Turkey. Sinfonia will also offer 3 to 7-night options in the region. Also offering 3 to 7-night journeys, MSC Fantasia will also offer Mediterranean voyages from Naples, Marseille, Valencia, and Genoa. Its longer voyages will call on Palermo, La Goulette in Tunisia, and Barcelona, while the shortest cruise, departing October 25th, travels between Valencia and Genoa, stopping in Tarragona. MSC Lyrica's smaller size make it easier to visit smaller ports. It will feature 7 to 12-night itineraries from Venice, Ancona, Livorno, Cagliari, and Civitavecchia in Italy, as well as Valencia. The ship's longer voyages are one-way journeys and feature stops in Karakalun, Heraklion, Rhodes in Greece. It will also visit Cyprus, Croatia, and Egyptian ports of Said and Alexandria. And the MSC Grandiosa, sailing out of Livorno, Palermo, Naples, Genoa, Marseille, and Barcelona. During the extended season, travelers will find cruises extending up to 21 nights. With late season cruises stretching into October and through December, the Grandiosa will be the first to leave the area, heading to the Canary Islands during its November 18th, 2024 trip. And even though we have one day left, I just offer my thanks to MSC for their partial sponsorship for this month. I've tried to make a fair balance between news and sponsorship, but I can't say how much I appreciate it. Thanks, MSC. I hope I've done you some good. Holland America Line will have 6 cruise ships sailing to Alaska in 2026. Itineraries range from 7 to 28 days and include the popular month-long Alaska Arctic Circle Solstice sailing and the new 14-day options round trip from Seattle. Holland America ships sailing to Alaska in 2026 are Uredam, Koningsdam, New Amsterdam, Noordam, Westerdam, and Zandam. For the first time in more than 5 years, Westerdam will cruise Alaska from Vancouver, and Noordam will sail round trip from Seattle. New for the 2026 is a 2-week Great Alaska Explorer that will sail from both Seattle and Vancouver. The cruise line is also bringing back the popular 28-day Alaska Arctic Circle Solstice voyage for the 3rd year. 7-day round-trip cruises will depart from both Seattle and Vancouver. One-way Glacier Discovery voyages will depart from both Vancouver and Whittier. I will once again be manning the Alaska Travel Desk, so if any of you want to go to Alaska in 2026, give me a call. I'll be happy to take care of it. Margaritaville at Sea announced that she is going to Nassau for the first time with the Paradise as a new 4-night itinerary featuring stops at Grand Bahama Island and Nassau, plus a day at sea. These special 4-night sailings are available only for select dates in January and February of 2025 and join the cruise line's 2- and 3-night itineraries to Key West and Grand Bahama Island. Carnival Cruise Line has reached out to guests booked on 4 different upcoming sailings of Carnival Paradise to alert them to changes. Fortunately, all 4 sailings have only adjusted port times, and the ship is still scheduled to visit each port of call on her various itineraries. The Impact Cruises depart from the Port of Tampa in September of 2024. The sailings affected are September 2nd, 16th, 24th, 21st, and 30th. Contact your travel advisor for details. While Carnival Cruise Line has not offered any detailed explanation for the port time changes for the 4 cruises, which is just normal procedure, they don't give us any reasons why.
Cruise around the world with the Will Model C2. That's the chair that I use. Our chairs will easily fit through accessible cabin doors and can navigate those tight spaces and crowded places. To see if Will may be right for you, click on the link below to schedule a test drive. Just tell them to use code Chillie for all your mobility needs. That's scootaroundstore.com.
All right, that wraps up the news portion of today's show. Let's go over in the chat room and see if I can get through this without having another coughing fit that I was having in the background. Let's see, everybody's going to be fussing about no sound. Kenneth and Mike said, hello, everybody. Gretchen's here. Gretchen out in Ohio. Mike says, no sound. Joanne can't hear me. Gretchen, mute. Katie can't hear you. There's Steve. Hi, Steve. Sound still off. Joanne, nothing.
A new station alert has arrived.
Morning, all. Hope you feel better. Soon I can get back on cruise to Chile. Yeah, me too. I have trouble lip reading. Hot Air says, oh dear. Hot Air says, good morning to everyone. Joanne says, happy Friday. Bob says, have a great weekend, everyone. Sound is on. Sound is back on. We can hear you. Yes. Yep, we can hear you. Thanks, everyone, for sticking with me through another screwy foul up on my part. I don't know. Anyway, Hot Air says the echo was cool. Joanne says it's great. Kenneth can go. Yeah, I felt so much better knowing that I wasn't going to leave Hot Air in a lurch like that. That was really a short contract for Ela. That's what it was supposed to be from the start. And they hadn't decided which ship they were moving her to. And I'm not even sure I'm supposed to say yet where she's going, other than her duties are done with Scarlet and she's going to be moving to another ship. So Katie says payment for December cruise is coming up towards the end of September. Time is good way too slow. Time is going way too slow. Okay. Hot Air says we had an interesting storm yesterday. Sun was bright as I brought in my solar panels, and it was raining and thundering. Looked up and saw blue sky, which with just an edge of a dark cloud. No rainbow spotted. That's unusual. Jamin Watson is with us. Says hello. Will there be a show Monday? Yes, there will be a show Monday. If anybody's available, that's fine. If you're not, that's fine too. I'm still can't go anywhere, so I'll be here. So yeah, I don't know how much news there'll be, but there will be a show Monday. So I still actually have one show to make up. So there may be a show sometime this weekend too, but I got to see how my throat goes. So Tom and I are booking up some bungee jumping to do. Yeah, you go right ahead and bungee jump, Kenneth. I'll watch from the afar. Gretchen says, okie dokie to the bungee jumping. Yeah, that one I would like to see. Anyway, so I got so sidetracked when I was telling you about Kenneth this morning, and then not having sound. It is currently my plan. I'm assuming that by the 2 weeks that they'll be cruising, and a couple extra days, Hot Air Tom gets back to Boston on the 20th, and we had all kinds of post-cruise plans in Boston for, I don't know, 6 days or something, and then down to New York City for 3 or 4, I don't remember the number of days. But anyway, so I'm currently planning on early in the middle of the night on the 20th to drive over to Richmond and get on a train and go to Boston and meet Hot Air Tom in Boston and do the post-cruise stuff that we were planning. And obviously, I've got to get better first. Yesterday, I thought, man, I'm definitely getting better. Today, I'm not so sure. Yes, in time, I know I'm going to get better from this. So that's currently my plan. All right, that's going to wrap it up for today and the week. You may see me this weekend, you may not. I'm not making no promises. All right, guys, as always, stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising. Hopefully, we'll all get together on the high seas. Don't forget, smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. That'll help the channel out a lot. That's it for now. Y'all have a great weekend and a great holiday. I'll see you Monday at the latest, and may see you sometime before then. Who knows?
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.